excited to share a bit more about Orbis and what we do. And so for today, we went really deep also about Next.ID and how do we combine both. So yeah, I wanted to share a bit of code as well, just to how to make it as concrete as possible working with Orbis. It's not working.
Not working?
Yeah.
Click in.
Oh, perfect. So first I wanted to just introduce Orbis. We define ourselves as an open social protocol. So what does it mean? It means a lot of things, and I think you will heard about social, Web3 social for the past few days and also moving forward. But I just wanted to explain what is our vision of Web3 social. And for us, Web3 social means a lot of things, but social should be these words. And we really share those words carefully because we think that social should be open. I think it's super important. Social from the start should be decentralized, and this is what we build. And I will explain exactly how we decentralize this data. It should be also for everyone. Social should not be, or Web3 social should not be for only the people in this room. Like it should be for everyone that has no really income, like also in various countries, but also not for a specific chain. So what we believe also is that any chain, any users, even with an email, should be onboarded into Web3 social. Composable for sure, like we should be able to go to one application and to another and still see the content from both experiences. You choose to decide what experiences you want to play with. And the last point that for me is really critical, social should be mutable. Like we should not be able to have like a content that is forever in one place. And so we should be able to edit this content, especially for social content. I don't know, you send a picture of something 10 years, in the past, and you want to change it, you should be able to do so. So I think this is the full thing that for us are critical, and this is why we are also building this protocol. And so what does it mean in concrete? First, we are decentralized experience, so we are built on the ceramic stack. So what it means is basically everyone can start a node. This node and the network itself can be replicated, and so it's not based on the blockchain. I know that other Web3 social are based on Polygon or other blockchain. We are fully off-chain. It's still decentralized, so everyone still have ownership of their content and also ownership of their identity, but it's based on an off-chain setup. It's multi-chain, so basically with any wallet I can access and create my decentralized identity. So we are supporting now obviously EVM, but also Solana, Tezos, and so on. The goal, as I said, is to be for everyone. So everyone can access, create this decentralized identity, and I will explain how we do it, and then access to Web3 social. Interact in real time with no fees. This is also why we are based on an off-chain network. We think that it should be no fees by default, and there is some solutions on the blockchain too. But we find a way to make it super fast, to write content on the network, and also to not having any fees for the users. The last point is mutability and privacy. So basically we're working with Lead protocol to encrypt every content that should be encrypted. And so the content of private messaging, for example, is encrypted thanks to Lead. So what does it mean in practice? So this is Orbis, like various components of Orbis. So we are basically building social features. We help partners building social features into their app. So we think that social should be everywhere, in any place, but still the user should have their identity, like a profile with a deed. They should be able to discuss in different places and also send private messaging. And so we have those kind of features in our SDK, so you can basically build those features easily, create a deed, having credentials attached to a profile to have a reputation, create some gating discussion in order to be able for certain people to access the content, and we make this super easy with our SDK. And the last piece is about direct messaging, sending messages between people in a fully encrypted way. So about the profile itself, so it's decentralized, it's a deed. So when I'm starting my journey on the network, basically I'm signing it with a wallet, my wallet, any wallets, and it creates a deed with the deed PKH method. So basically the wallet is integrated into the deed. Then you have also enriched information, and this is super important for us. We think that anything that you do online should be part of your reputation as a user. It shouldn't be, every time should be public, and the content should be private at some circumstance. But everything that you have, like a verified GitHub, you have 100 stars in your GitHub account, you are human, you are trading on OpenSea, should be part of your deed and your profile, and should be able to transpose this in different environmental experiences. And obviously, the social graph is also composable. So I'm going to one app or to another, I stick with my data and also with my content. So about the composability in the data ownership, so when I'm part of the network, as soon as it's built on the same stack, you can go to one application to another and still have your content in your identity. This profile with all the badges, the credentials that we issued for the user or that have been issued in the networks. For example, Gitcoin passport is us doing on the same network as us. So basically we can collect the information from Gitcoin and include it into the profile. And so it's composable, users still own the data, and you can experience different things into the network. So how do you play with Orbis? How do you work with us? Some partners are doing with our SDK, so basically the SDK makes it easy to create a profile, create a post, encrypt content, or create a group. Anything that you want for social features, we make it super easy with our SDK. We have also indexing integrated into our SDK in order to query the content super easily. And what we've launched 2 days ago, we are super proud of it, is now we're creating modules. So in 2 lines of codes, we are providing UI components as well as the features in a super easy way. We also created a dashboard in order to, without code, like customizing this module, these social features that is fully decentralized and that you can integrate in your website in 2 lines of code. So 2 ways of working with us. Just under the hood, for the SDK, we have very basic functions to connect the user to his deed, to create a post. We basically generate a deed into the Ceramic network easily. We also are able to use our node, or you can host your own node in order to be part of the network. And you can query the content easily as well. It's like as easy as create post function or get post functions. Also, we wanted to share about how we can combine the things together. I think Web3 Social is what is exciting about, is that you can combine with Lens, you can combine with Farcaster at some point, but you can also combine with your full identity. And I will explain a bit more what we can do about that. I will focus on the relation series because I think it's interesting to see, like, okay, I have a deed, but my deed alone is a bit alone in the network. So how do I enrich this information of everything that I do across Web3? So for this workshop, I wanted to share about this. Basically, this is a profile. The UI, we don't care, we just care about the information that are within. Imagine, for example, that you have your profile and you can have an extended identity thanks to Next.ID. Basically, you can see in one place, in one profile, everything that, or every users that you are a part of the Web3 space. And so you can see your Lens, your Reddit accounts, your GitHub accounts, and it's all part of your profile that you can move from one platform to another. We also see how we can gate experiences thanks to this extended identity. The prerequisites, you know about what we need to build that, but in an easy way. Our SDK is fully in JavaScript. And what we do here in the first step is basically importing the SDK. It's pretty easy. Now we connect the deed. So to connect the user to a deed, we basically use the function connect, and this connect function will automatically create a deed into the network, signing with Solana, Ethereum, and whatever the wallet provider you share here. And basically it returns that the user now has a deed. So it's pretty easy. You have like also the connection with the Next.ID network that will be next time. So as soon as you create the deed, it will be automatically informed into the avatar of Next.ID in order to see everything that is part of your extended identity layer. The use relations API, I don't know if Omi is here to explain about it. I will explain how we use it anyway. So basically we went to their playground. It's pretty easy to query a specific, based on the specific wallet address, because when we create the deed, as I said, we are using the wallet part of the deed. So it's the deed package method. So the information of the deed, basically we have the wallet in it. And so it's pretty easy to say, okay, I want to query every identity part of this specific wallet or ENS domain, ENS domain. And then get those informations back to the profile on Orbis. Okay, so query the information, get the information of the extended identity, and bring it back to the profile of Orbis. Then you have a deed. You have all the information part of the wallet, so all the identity part of the network. And so now you can update the profile and create a first post. So we use those functions like update profile, that is pretty straightforward, where you can put a PFP, a username, we check if the PFP is an NFT pretty easily, and you can also integrate all the information that you get from the Next.ID API call. And then you have just to create a post to be, it can be created. You can see that within our SDK we put this information to automatically encrypt the contents by the chain, the contract type, the contract address. It's very straightforward. You have a body and then you put the information of the encryption just below. And also this is what I wanted to mention. What we can do is basically gates based on your extended identity. And so I took this example where, okay, I have a wallet address, I create a deed. I know that this deed also have a Twitter account linked to this wallet. And what I can do is basically gate a discussion based on this information. So now you can have like sometimes a more personalized experience for your users when you want, here it's Twitter, but it can be something else. It can be also, I want only developers, so I'm gating based on the GitHub account. And so now you can have a fully decentralized discussion feed and gated based on the information of the GitHub account. So in few API calls, few SDK function, you can have those kind of features in your website pretty easily. I think this is it. Cool. If you want to test and try it out, we have useorbis.com. It's our website. You have modules if you want to make it super, if you're lazy and you want to make it super fast in your own project, or use our SDK to build deeper integrations. Right now we're working with DAOs, we're working with NFT collections that are building like social features into their project or organizations. Any questions? Okay, anyway, you have my contact if you need, and Charles, I will be there for the end of the week. Useorbis.com if you want to check it out. Thank you.